Hello there. If you've ever wondered what can you do for your speed from your home, from your gym, with only your body weight, I got you. In this video, I'm going to show you 2 exercises that you need to master if you're serious about your speed. Because when you think about what happens when you're running, it's pretty simple. You pick up your leg, which is called hip flexion. Then you extend that leg again, you pull it back behind under you, which is called hip extension. Then you flex your knee, so knee flexion, and from there you just pick up your leg again. That's all. So it makes sense to train hip flexion to pick up your legs faster, and to train knee flexion and hip extension to be able to pull your leg back much faster and get stronger in those sprint specific positions. And the 2 bodyweight exercises I'm about to show you are 2 of the most effective ones to train exactly that. So by mastering them, you will level up your potential for speed gains massively. So the first exercise is a simple L-sit. You've probably already seen it from the calisthenics world, maybe as a calisthenic skill, but it actually is a really good test for your hip flexor and lower ab strength. So why don't you just try out right now how long you're able to hold yourself off the floor, and then let me know down below in the comment section. And when I first started this exercise, I was luckily able to already hold myself off the floor for a few seconds, even though it was extremely hard. I started cramping up, but I could get better from there. But if you're not even able to hold yourself off the floor at all, don't get discouraged, because actually you have so much potential now to get better from there. You could simply start with lifting one leg at a time. Leaning back makes it easier, and then leaning forward makes it tougher. Then you can lift yourself off the floor and lift one leg at a time as well. And if you get stronger there, you can simply start to lift yourself off the floor completely. This exercise works so great because your hip flexors have to work really hard to keep your legs off the floor, and having the legs straight makes it even much harder. And you're probably going to feel your abs dying too. And don't be surprised if your quads start to cramp up, because your rectus femoris, your quad muscle in the middle of your thigh, is working really hard. It's a hip flexor too. So don't get surprised about that, and don't get surprised about the extreme burn you're going to feel the first time you do this exercise. It's really hard, I know, but the goal over time is to get to 30 seconds or more. Before reaching that, don't even think about being strong enough if you're really serious about your speed. Because so many people forget about hip flexion. They just miss it, even though it's shown to be the muscle with the biggest difference between elite sprinters and normal people. So it has a lot to do with your speed. And studies have shown that strong hip flexors will pick up your legs much faster, leading to higher step frequency and improved sprint speed. So start mastering this move ASAP. Okay, hip flexion, check. Now let's look at hip extension and knee flexion. That's where we enter the Nordic hamstring curl. To start off, let's just have a quick look at one of the fastest and craziest athletes on this planet and his ability to control this move. Tyreek Hill. It's crazy, look at it. Look at this control. Look at this strength. And now, look at how my first Nordic looked. I was weak, I wasn't fast. My hamstrings felt tight all the time. That's how it looked. So maybe we can do something about it. That's how it looks now. So there is potential for you as well to make those gains, to get stronger at the Nordic hamstring curl. I know you're probably not going to be as fast as Tyreek Hill. Let's be honest, even if you master this exercise. But what I can 100% tell you is that you have so much potential in this exercise alone if you're not repping them out right crazy yet. If you're not even able to control fully down. Seriously, if you haven't mastered this exercise like Tyreek Hill or knees over toes guy yet, don't limit yourself and start working at it. This exercise is so great for athletes as the hardest part is at the bottom when your knee is relatively extended. This is the exact position we find ourselves in when planting our leg and pushing off the floor in a sprint. Studies have shown that people who produce the greatest amount of horizontal force were both able to highly activate their hamstring muscles just before ground contact and present high eccentric hamstring peak torque ability, meaning they have strong hams eccentrically. And now if you look at the Nordic, the whole way down is eccentric strength. And while this eccentric hamstring strength is associated with your horizontal force and speed, it is also crucial for the ability to decelerate from a run. With lower eccentric hamstring strength, your ability to decelerate suffers and leaves you at a much higher risk of ACL injuries. That's why getting a world-class Nordic is one of my #1 goals right now in the gym, and it should be one of yours as well. Last week I was finally able to hit that full Nordic hamstring curl. It felt amazing, and I'll definitely make a video about it, how I got there, the progressions, regressions, all you need to know to get there as well. And just for the setup of the Nordic hamstring curl, you might have to get a little bit creative, but I want you to be able to start as soon as possible. So here are a few ways to set it up at home and also at the creative. Also, if you haven't yet, make sure to check out this video to learn 5 simple ways to change your athleticism and potentially change your career for the better. Alright, that's it. I genuinely hope this video helps you to get closer to your goals. And if you have any questions, leave them down below in the comment section. I'd be happy to answer all of them. And yeah, one last thing I wanted to say, subscribe for more performance gems. Peace out.